What's up, girl?
What's you doing? How you doing?
How you doing? I'm doing good. How you doing?
Great. I had an amazing weekend. It was
Awesome.
good. Yeah.
That's good. Well, welcome to the Scoop Weddings Unveiled. This is podcast, I want to say 18 or 19?
18 or 19.
18 or 19, one of them. We're getting up there.
We are.
We're getting up there. Yeah. Tim Schaus, TLS Entertainment, your premier DJ here in beautiful Sarasota, Florida, and Brandy Harlan, your non-retired wedding planner.
That's me. I'm just gonna agree. I'm the non-retired.
You're not.
I've been fighting it for too long.
And I feel like the more we talk about weddings and everything, and
yeah,
you say you have what? You have one or two more that you're gonna.
I have one that I'm planning in October for Lindsay, and I'm a bridesmaid too.
That's your bridesmaid, but I'm saying like you have one or two more that you will plan for.
Yes, yours.
Okay.
And Lindsay.
Okay, so those are the two.
There's just you left.
So I'm left. All right, fair enough.
No pressure.
And then, I
if
thought
anybody else special comes up.
Yeah, aren't you going to join the TLS team and be the planner?
I think I should.
I think we should
that'd
add
be fun.
that.
Especially since basically I'll have a lot of my weekends available now.
Yeah. Because you are
officially I am the event sales manager at the Retreat Sarasota. So building a venue from the ground up for a nonprofit, and the nonprofit is Resilient Retreat. And our motto is the venue that saves lives, because all of the funds that come from renting the space or any space that we have 84 acres of outdoor and indoor spaces available. So it's on conservation land. So every dollar goes back to Resilient Retreat, and Resilient Retreat is in the business or in the nonprofit world of helping helpers. So what that means is first responders, people that work 911, people in child protective services, officers, military, firefighters, doctors, nurses, anybody that's in that helping world. There's a lot of things that can happen with them, like such as compassion fatigue. You get tired of being compassion, and so you start to lose sight of yourself. So they can come and register for our programs. They are free.
Okay.
And it's a 3 to 5 day retreat, and there's classes, and there's strategics, like ideas about how to handle compassion, how to refill yourself, how to still love what you do and still give what you're of yourself in your position. And then there's those that are teachers as well. So anything that teachers are going through, we know they're going through quite a bit. So the best part is that all the food is made on site by a chef. So all your meals are made on site, and they're amazing from scratch. Chef Becca is amazing, and it's just a place for you to unplug. You can hang out with the horses, you can run the trails, you can hang out in your room, read, yoga, the swings, hammocks. There's just so much to do that you get refreshed, and you can go back to doing, and there's still programs after that you can go to that you don't spend a weekend doing. So there's programs throughout the week as well.
Okay.
So yeah, it feels good to be in a space that promotes professional burnout, help, and compassion fatigue and everything.
Where in Sarasota? Isn't it out east?
It's about 4 miles from 75 out Fruitville.
Just take Fruitville out.
Yep, just take Fruitville out. I usually take Lorraine just because I take 75 to University in Lorraine. But it's a beautiful, beautiful space. And having been someone that's gone through that compassion fatigue as a planner, you do face some of that because you just want the best for everybody else, and you're handling a lot of difficult conversations. Mm-hmm. But I think anybody can really benefit from the services, and definitely I've faced workforce trauma and went burnout. So it's really nice to be in a space that promotes the people and the healing of their people that work there and of others. So.
Okay, and I think isn't Swell?
Yeah, May 10th.
May 10th.
Swell is gonna be there. Come see everything.
Swell events.
Yeah, so it's gonna be really fun to kind of show everything off, and really starting from ground up. The website's not launched yet. The IG is built, but there's nothing on it. So a lot of staged and styled shoots are gonna be happening. Building the vendor list and pricing, and also there's room for 30 people to stay on site. So if you rent the whole entire space, you get the whole entire space with 30 like rooms or 30 spots for people to stay overnight for the weekend, and it's 10,000. So you get everything that you want for the whole weekend. So you can do rehearsal dinner, rehearsal, stay on site, do the wedding, and then the day after.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a good price too.
And then we just talked about Swell events. So Swell, just for anybody who doesn't know, it's Swell
Southwest Event Leaders.
So group. It's a group for all wedding professionals and event professionals. Really,
yeah.
They get together. It's kind of like networking in a sense. So if there are any wedding professionals in the Sarasota, Bradenton area, or even in the Tampa area in general, feel free to look it up. Swell.
Yeah, it's
they do Do they do monthly or quarterly events?
Yeah, monthly, and all of the I love what they do because they mix it up. So sometimes it's roundtables, a conversation with experts, and sometimes it's one-on-one roundtables. It's a lot of networking, and really the vendors are allowed to showcase their best because I mean at weddings you're kind of under the instruction of your client, so you don't get to go outside that box too much. But I think with Swell, you're able to showcase yourself in a different way than maybe other people wouldn't. Use your talents to go to like the extreme or to do something different. So it's always fun, always unique. The theme is Hygge Happy Hour. So Hygge is a designer.
So this is for the Swell.
For May. Yeah. May. So it's Hygge Happy Hour, and Hygge, spelled Hygee, is basically the idea of a designer put this together.
By the way, that's Hygge.
It's huge.
I know it.
I was like, wait, don't tell me. Don't
when you spell it out, it's Hygge.
When you spell it out, yeah. But it's pronounced Hygge. It's basically the theory of developing a space that has comfort and coziness and warmth and just feeling like a warm blanket's been wrapped around you and you're just feeling super cozy and comfortable in a space. And so it's a design technique. And so when you walk into retreat, that's exactly what it feels like. It feels just like home and comfort and a warm blanket. So
cool.
I'm excited.
All right.
Good stuff.
Well, congrats on the new.
Thanks. And Adam is killing it at the
role.
Bishop. So y'all.
Adam is still so the Bishop is still running.
Yes. Yes.
The Bishop still is a thing.
My position is up for.
What was your position?
Director of Business Development, but I think the new position they've done is Director of Special Events.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's as robust on the business development side, fundraising side, but Adam is going for that position, and I'm super excited for him and everything that's happening there.
Sweet.
So yeah. My Adam, he's doing great.
So you've had this past week or the last couple of weeks, you've been not very well. I guess you've kind of been off then.
Yeah, so I took off a week last week, like a good Sunday through Thursday last week, and then I not last week, the week before, and then I started last Tuesday. I only work a 4-day work week unless I have an event on the weekend, and then I'll work my 5th day or whatever. And so then I was off last Monday. So yeah, so Sunday to Monday I worked a wedding, though my last one at the Bishop. On I think the 9th. It was good. And then I spent the weekend doing a Besties Day at the Compass Hotel.
Hey.
We did a beach pool day pass, which they don't have them on the website. So I don't know if I knew some people. So we spent all day at the pool, and then we hung out at Wicked Cantina on Anna Maria. We got our sun in and our bestie. We spilled some tea. So, you know. We had a lot of fun. So it was a great last couple of weeks, to start a new job.
Yeah. Well, congrats.
Thanks.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. Well,
what's new with you?
I mean, nothing really new.
What were your events this weekend? I saw you were at Molly's.
Oh yes, so I DJ'd Molly's on Friday. Every couple of weeks I'll DJ at Molly's.
I'm gonna have to come.
They love me there, and I love it there. I love Molly's. It's a little Irish pub. It's fairly new. It's only a year plus old. It's
Where's
it's right next to Evie's Tavern, downtown Sarasota.
Downtown, okay.
And Molly's Pub is also owned by the Evie's Group.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if anybody knows, but Evie's used to have like a little bowling, like two like little bowling alleys, or
yeah.
They turned it into Molly's Pub, and it's bless you.
Thanks.
And it's been awesome. And they'll have like a not a live band.
A DJ?
No, I mean, obviously
You're the
DJ.
but
But before me, they'll have like an acoustic.
oh, like a guitar,
Yeah,
or
like acoustic or singer,
something
yeah.
acoustical, instrumental.
Yep.
Yeah.
They'll have an
Kinda
instrumental
like chill
beforehand.
vibe.
Yep.
Okay.
And then then they have a DJ come in. So I was there from 9:30 to like 1:30, 2 o'clock,
Nice.
and it was fun.
They're open that late?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
open
have
till
to
2.
come out. What night? Fridays?
Fridays, and I'll be there again.
I've got my weekends back, so you may see me pulling up come Friday.
I'll be there again April 28th.
Okay, the 28th.
April 28th, which is another Friday. And it was cool. Actually, it's funny. When I walked in, like I'm setting up, and the GM was like, hey, it's your lucky night. There's a wedding rehearsal party here tonight. And I'm like, perfect. But yeah, it's so cool because, I love DJing at bars and clubs and that sort of thing because it gives me just more. I mean, not that I can't be creative at weddings.
Yeah.
But I get to play.
You still have parameters, like we were talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I get to play more of a variety.
Yeah.
Of music when I'm at the bars, and I can cater to a variety of different people.
Yeah.
And
because you don't know who's in your audience, so you gotta
So I hit everybody,
go from
and
rock to country to everything. In
yeah,
between.
and I'm personally a huge '90s music, like '90s dance.
I
and
love
so like I had my first set that I did. Not that I had multiple sets, but like my first, like really, I guess set that you could say that I played was. I went 90s hard, and everybody was getting it, and I was loving it. I had a great time. It was so much fun. I got a lot of fist pumps. It was cool. So I was there on Friday, and then Saturday, let's see here. Saturday, we had 3 weddings. Carlos, which unfortunately is coming to an end soon.
I was going to say, when's his last one?
He leaves to go back to Maryland in May 26th.
Oh, okay.
Very upset about that.
Aw.
But his last
you're
event.
Expanding to Maryland.
Yeah, but his last event with me here locally is May 21st.
Oh, we'll have to get together at some point in between there and just kind of like do a lunch or something with him.
So he was, he had a wedding out on Longboat on Saturday. I'm pretty sure, it went well. From everything that I saw, he had a good time. Joey was at Baker's Ranch once again. I swear to God, like Joey lives at Baker's Ranch.
They should just make him a
he was
nameplate.
He
Joey's
was
corner DJ.
Right,
booth.
Joey's. Yeah, Joey was there the weekend prior, and then he was. I think. Oh no, he was actually somewhere else the previous week, which I'm sure he was glad about.
Yeah.
Not that he doesn't like Baker's. But when you're there, when you're at the same venue every single
you're just
week,
like, can I switch it up a little?
Let's do something different. But
he's just so popular though in that manner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was at
Shout
Baker's.
out to Joey.
DJ Joey, and then I was out at where the heck was I? Oh, I was at Fiorelli.
Oh, winery.
The Fiorelli
How is
winery.
it out there?
Well, this
They have
Saturday.
no shade, right?
No, it's the ceremony. There's really no shade, but the reception area is all covered.
Oh, and how big? Like they can only do like 75, right?
They had about 100, 110.
Oh.
They've expanded a little bit.
Okay.
They added some like concrete, and they expanded a little bit.
I'm gonna have to go out there. The last time I went out there, they were just like stomping grapes and stuff. So
yeah.
I haven't been out there in a while.
But this past Saturday, it was hot and humid.
It was
oh my
rough.
gosh, it was so bad. But I mean, as a vendor, for me,
yeah,
I enjoy the fact that the load in and out is super easy. I literally pull up my trailer, unload right there, set up, good to go.
Yeah,
good to go.
Unlike the Bishop.
No, well, the Bishop's not even that bad.
No,
there's a ton of other venues.
Then I take that back because I
like
feel
when
like
I was
because
at,
it's on a main street.
Well,
so
finding
busy, parking for vendors because you've got like your vehicle plus your trailer. So
for vendors, it's parking is an issue at the Bishop. However, the week prior when I was at Gaylord Palms in Orlando, that like it and like the Ritz. Sorry, Ritz, but I'm going to call y'all out. The Ritz here in Sarasota, it is a bitch.
Do you have to pull into like the backside ramp area when you go to the Ritz?
Yeah, there's a back ramp.
Yeah, there's a back
ramp. And then
ramp,
you have to check in, you have to do all the things, which is fine.
And there's security right there, and then you're like in the back area of where all the dishes and stuff are.
Yeah, so you come in through the back, which is fine. And then they have like their main ballroom right there, which is which is fine.
Yeah.
It works, but they also have another room which is on the other side of the site, and it literally takes. I want to say, I think I videotaped it one time, and it took me 6 minutes to walk from one side to the next.
And that is the one that
actually, it was like probably like 10 minutes actually from walking from one side to the next.
Yeah.
And you don't that will expand your load in and setup time by,
especially if you're carrying stuff back
exponentially.
And forth. Yeah. And so is that the one that's close to like the double staircase that overlooks the patio with like the okay, that's right by the water's right there, and there's like the pavers and the grass out front.
What are you talking about? Wait, the Ritz?
The ballroom that you're talking about overlooks
on the far end.
Yeah. I think it overlooks that. Yeah. I did a wedding out there on that water once.
As a vendor,
yes.
Brides and couples, if you're getting married at the Ritz, just be prepared. If you're doing, I think it's like the Katazan room or something. I don't even know what the room is called, but something like that.
Yeah.
If
vendors need to take some extra time.
Well, no, but I know some vendors will be like, if once they know that it's that venue, they'll charge double. Well, not double, but they will increase their rate.
Yeah, because you have to be there longer to set up.
You got to be there longer, and
then to unload.
And the Ritz, they are not nice people to work with.
They're very, very strict.
I think I told you before that I had security called on me.
Uh-huh.
I didn't do anything. I was literally out in the main room, didn't have anything with me, didn't have any gear. I was asking a question, and then when I got into the ballroom where I was trying to find, they're like, I hear there's a problem. I'm like, no, I was just trying to find where this room was when I found it, but now you are keeping me from setting up, so I have to go.
Bye.
It was just like, I'm just not.
It's just that I think it's because
they just look down at you.
Yeah, and it's
like
the
a peasant.
Ritz. Yeah, it's the Ritz. It's gonna happen. I did a wedding there years and years and years ago, and it went fine. We got rained out on the patio outside that area, and I had gotten a 15-foot whatever ladder, and I had strung lanterns all the way down that lawn. The cake was out there, and it was made out of we literally had to redo everything inside a small tiny room that had no windows, no nothing, just 3 walls, and try to make a ceremony inside because it was not going to stop raining. But then when we got to dinner, we got into this big huge ballroom. It was a blast. Everybody was fine. But it definitely, I think I knew the guy that was running it then, and he was super easy to work with, great guy to work with. So I think I probably got the better end of the stick back then.
I don't know.
It's been 15 years since I did a wedding there.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm not doing this again.
So Ritz, if you guys are listening, be nice to your people.
Nicer.
Be nice to people.
They're just trying to make your client happy.
Right.
At the end of the day.
We're trying to, oblige to your
make a best experience. Yeah.
Well, we're trying to do whatever we can to, follow your rules, but just be nice. Gosh. But anyway, nice. So Fiorelli.
I think that goes for the whole world right now.
Well,
just
right.
Be nice,
just be nice.
People. Be nice.
There's enough crazy things going on.
There is.
But yeah, so Fiorelli Winery.
Okay.
Though it was hot and humid, the setup and the load in is super easy, which I appreciated. Good. But the wedding itself, it was good. I wasn't really sure, based on the vibe of people. I wasn't really sure how the night was going to go.
So do you take a vibe check when people are walking in?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Same.
Oh yeah,
if they walk in and I'm like, oh no.
I'll be like, you know what? The love meter is very
low,
very low right now.
Or they seem super just quiet or stuffy. In their attire. And that's just us, we're totally judging at this point.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, we're definitely judging.
We're trying to get a vibe.
From the side.
Yeah, because and if they're if you hold the door open for them when they're coming in and they don't say thank you or anything, you're just
entitled?
Oh, please.
Gosh.
And I have discovered that entitlement is no longer that one Gen Z, X, Y, millennium, whatever they were saying. It's not just them, Lord. It is all people to the ages of 70 and 80. They feel so entitled, and I don't know why. Life is short, but still.
Be nice.
Be nice.
But yeah, so
today's topic, be
nice. So I definitely was judging.
Yeah.
Everybody as they're walking in.
It happens.
And then we always do. We all do it.
Because we want to get we want to see like what this atmosphere is going to be like, so that we can either brace ourselves or we can be like, okay,
Yeah,
this is fine.
Kelsey will always text me like, what's the
What's the vibe?
how's the vibe? How's the love meter? I'm like, the love meter's low. Or
I'll be like, strong with this one.
Oh, I'll be like, damn, I lost my shit during ceremony. Like I don't even know those people, but I can feel the love. Like at the Bishop, the last one that we did at the Bishop, and they were doing that the box thing.
Yes.
And that was by far one of the coolest things. If you don't know what we're talking about, I think it's like two episodes ago.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Check it out. It was like
the treasure
box,
treasure chest or something. Yeah, something like that.
And
but it was
so well done.
And honestly, I feel like I want to reach out to the officiant and be like, can I have those vows?
Yeah, well, ask for the script.
Because that should be reproduced.
Yes, we need it. Yes,
I'm
highly
gonna have to reach out to them. It was so good.
So as I'm judging these people as they're walking in at Fiorelli,
and we're not the only vendors that do this.
No, heck no.
Every one of the vendors
Are you kidding me?
checks the vibe.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean we work in weddings every single weekend.
It's a crystal ball for us.
Yeah, we're trying to get an idea of like, okay, is this gonna be a fun night or is this gonna be a long night?
Yeah.
So during the ceremony, the bride had originally said the ceremony's probably gonna be like 45 minutes. So I'm like, oh man, okay. The guests are in direct sunlight.
That's too long, people.
Well, it depends. Like it was a very faith-based.
Okay.
It was a faith-based ceremony.
Okay.
I was like, all right, fair.
Got it.
And so I'm like, gosh, these guests are in direct sunlight, and it's hot, it's humid. I don't know how it's gonna go.
Ooh, sunscreen.
Luckily, the ceremony was only like 20 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, it was great, and the ceremony was really nice.
Aww.
I really enjoyed it. And the people in general were really nice.
That's so
you
good.
You don't see that very often.
No, it's becoming few and far between.
Like Carlos texted me, he sent me a picture or video. Everybody's dancing on the dance floor. This is later in the night. He sends me a video. He's like, this lady in the pink has been a pain in my ass all night. I'm like, I know what that means. Like, I get it.
Like, we got you. We are a safe space.
Right. So that goes back to our episode. I think it was between the first and third episode. We talked about how to be a good guest at a wedding. I think that was our first episode.
Do the right things as a guest. Be nice. You are there because you are appreciated and you're expected to be there as far as like supporting the couple.
Yeah.
Just be nice to the people they've chosen to make the day perfect because they work hard.
Yeah. So the ceremony was great.
Yeah.
It was 20 minutes. Again, it was a faith-based ceremony. And the love meter was decent. I was like, okay, I can feel the love between the couple.
It's like the Lion King song.
Yeah. And so I head on over. We get ready for cocktail hour, which is just right across.
Stone's throw.
Yeah, stone's throw from where we were.
It's over there.
Yeah. But again, still, like the love meter was decent, but I wasn't really sure considering this was a faith-based
it's hard.
like wedding, and the music that they gave me, they had like a Spotify list for everything, which was great. Like I don't mind that. They had a Spotify list for when guests arrived for this ceremony. I was like, great, perfect. This is like showcasing what you guys, what you guys listen to. This is your soundtrack. Yeah. So I have no problem playing your soundtrack at that point in time. Cocktail hour, they gave me another Spotify list. Perfect. They have it all set out for me. No worries. Dinner, same thing. They wanted like more of a bossa nova. The groom was Brazilian.
Oh, okay.
And then she was from the States. So she wanted more of like a bossa nova type vibe. I was like, perfect. And then she said, and then when it comes to dancing, here's the genres that we like, have some Latin, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, nothing explicit, nothing like raunchy or like rap.
No WAP.
No. Well, which WAP are we? OP or AP? There's
AP.
Two WAPs. Definitely not the AP. But so I was like, okay, I can work with this. But she wanted to do all these games. Like she wanted to do the newlywed games. She wanted to do this like bride tribe or groom's crew or something. And I was like, I don't know what this means. But there were so many games, and the planner that I was working with was awesome. MDP events, Lauren.
Oh, yeah, Lauren Gertz.
Yep, Lauren Gertz. She and I,
She's great.
Yeah, so we were kind of like both like trying to figure out, okay, we only if we do all these things, we will legit only have like 20 minutes of dancing. And so we did they didn't originally have a cake cutting. They were going to do like a cookie sharing because they brought in this like little tricycle company that came in with ice cream and sorbet, and they also had ice cream cookies. And boy, was I ready. I was like first one in line for the ice cream cookies.
Tim is setting up at noon like, can't wait for those ice cream cookies.
I didn't know they were coming until
the cookies.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, well, actually, I saw that on the timeline, an ice cream cookie like sharing. I was like, yes.
Does that mean me too, or is that just for them?
Right. No, I was definitely getting one. So that was really cool. But they had done a cake cutting, then they wanted to do sunset photos. And so the photographer and the videographers took them out for sunset photos. And Lauren's like, just, I guess, start dancing. Right? So I did.
Yeah.
And luckily, they saw how, and I was surprised, to be honest with you, that everybody got on the dance floor. And I just could feel I could feel the energy. I was like, okay, I'm going to stay in this genre. It was like 90s, 2000s dance, just a good dancing music. And everybody was getting out there, and I felt like I was killing it. And they came back, and so they came out, and they're like, you know what, we don't want to do any of those things. Yes. And they partied hard. Nice. Like, they danced hard.
And they do not regret playing those games ever.
Nope.
Never.
They had a great time, and honestly, it ended early. So the ceremony started at 4, and the reception ended at 9, so it was 5 hours total. And at 8:45 is when we did the last dance with guests, and then they also did a last dance alone. But I felt like we could have kept going for another hour,
probably,
because they were just having a blast. And so I was honestly, Timothy. I was not expecting, I just didn't know what to expect.
So your love meter was off, or your vibe check was off?
I couldn't get a vibe check. The love meter was there.
He's like, I couldn't get a pulse at all.
No, I couldn't. But
sometimes they surprise us.
Yeah,
and it's awesome.
It was fun. So anyway,
yay!
That was my weekends of weddings, and then Joey, of course, killed his, and Carlos killed his, and
as always.
Yeah. So moving on to the topic of discussion.
Yeah.
So we are going to explain the origin of something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue. For brides.
Right?
So
for all those couples that want to add in some tradition, because I feel like we're always talking about how not to be traditional, but this is something that I think is very subtle and nice to do that's still traditional.
Yeah. So
how to get started?
The origin of this whole tradition is based in an Old English rhyme that dates back to the 19th century. It describes the items as a bride should have on her wedding day: something old, new, borrowed, blue. And then they have a 6 pence in your shoe, which I believe is like a coin.
Yep.
But you can't find that anymore.
No.
Apparently at brides, some brides will do all the digging to find it.
eBay.
There you go.
The 6 pence on eBay.
But yeah, the 6 pence is, I haven't really heard that one, but yeah.
No?
Something old, new, borrowed, blue. I know that. So that's kind of like the origin of it. And so something old, the idea of it is to a tie to the past.
Mm-hmm.
And some ideas, and you can add on to this, but some ideas that you can, utilize for something old is jewelry. You can wear jewelry of a family member that has passed, or
grandmother, yeah.
Any sort of fabrics.
Yes.
You can use photos to pay tribute to lost loved ones. What else?
So the something old, I definitely see the fabric being important in doing that, because a lot of brides wear their grandmothers. I saw on TikTok where one dress had been passed down 15 times.
Okay.
And it was the something old.
Yeah. So do they actually use the actual dress, or do they just take a fabric from it and put it?
A whole dress they used.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was, and it miraculously was taken in and out and whatever else and fit.
Yeah.
But I thought that was super cool. And it was a beautiful dress. It wasn't one of those ones that you'd be like, oh, I don't know. I know this is our family tradition, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So, something else old could be something that is maybe an old Bible. that the officiant uses. I've seen that before.
If it's a faith-based.
If it's faith-based. Something old can also be a timepiece that the groom wears, that maybe from a grandparent. So it's whether like a pocket watch or a watch that, the grandparent wore or something of that nature.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, something old.
Something old.
Yeah.
Or, what is it? Like an old vehicle. You could just.
Oh, I had an old vehicle. That was my something old if I think about it. It was a 64 Volkswagen.
Yeah, you can
Volkswagen.
you can arrive in it or you can depart in it.
Yeah.
That could be something old.
There's some really nice cars out there that you can get that are old. Yeah.
Okay,
I like
cool.
that.
But yeah,
or
definitely.
Even like what your wedding band could be something that was passed down too from his family or her family or
like a
whichever,
stone,
your partner or a stone.
Yeah.
That could be your something old as well.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, so there's some ideas for you.
I like that.
Something new. So the idea of this is like hope and optimism for the future.
Yes.
And that's, really anything can be new. So like a wedding band, shoes, have a piece.
Jewelry. Yeah.
Your dress.
A new home.
Well,
like you could have the key. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like it should be like at your wedding. You can't bring your home to your wedding.
You can incorporate a new home into your wedding. It's called gifts for the new home.
Okay.
Or what I had a couple do is they took a mailbox for their new home and they used that as their card box.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And then everybody signed like the inside lid or whatever else, or like or something like a piece of decorative item that's new.
Or a guest the guest frame book or something.
And they put that in the house. So that could be something for the new home.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see a lot of couples do things for their homes.
Yeah. And you always see like some sort of like guest book or guest book frame for guests to sign, and that can always go into the home.
Yeah, so new home.
Okay. So the new is fairly, it can be anything.
I think that's very easy.
Yeah, anything. Just buy something and bring it.
Yeah,
new.
Everything that you bought for your wedding is practically new, so.
Yeah, true. Borrowed, something borrowed. This is, this can be from a happily married friend or relative. This tends to bring good luck and fertility.
Oh. I don't know about that.
But something borrowed can be like accessories from an important person in your life. You can borrow a veil from a bridesmaid who was previously married. You can borrow a first dance song from grandparents.
Yeah. Something else borrowed
shoes.
Could be shoes.
Or the heels.
Yeah, I think
jewelry
that covers everything. I think like something borrowed. I'm trying to think what I would borrow. You could borrow a car. I mean, you could borrow a few things that could, 2-for-1 in the car situation if it's old and borrowed.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can borrow vows from a grandparent's wedding or your parents' wedding. You can borrow some of their vows or their prayers or their verses from it.
Yeah.
You could borrow those and put them in yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else have we seen that's been borrowed?
I mean, a lot of decor actually gets borrowed.
Well, that's fair.
Too. Yeah. So some of the decor can be borrowed.
I
borrowed a knife server set. Duh.
I borrowed my sister's house for
the guys.
For the wedding.
That's right.
For when Megan, for my first wedding.
For the first one.
Hi, Megan.
Hi. Miss you. You could cake and knife serving set can be old and borrowed. Because you could borrow, as long as it's not engraved.
Okay, well, here's a question.
Yeah.
I feel like you should have an item for each thing. You shouldn't be like, oh, this is old and borrowed. I don't feel like you should that takes 2. Oh, and it's blue.
Okay, fine. So
and I'm using it for the first time, so it's technically new for me.
Yeah. So let's just do all the things with one cake and knife serving set.
Right.
Tie a blue ribbon on it. Yeah. It's borrowed. It's old, and it's new to me.
Yeah. There you go.
But no, I do see people using the champagne flutes from their parents.
Oh yes, I have seen that. Yes.
That's borrowed sometimes. Handkerchiefs from your grandparents, like hankies. Yeah, those little embroidered hankies are so cute.
Hopefully it's washed.
Something like that. And that you can, instead of using it for borrowed, you can use it as your old and stitch it inside your jacket pocket, or also into the hemline of the dress too.
Okay.
So it could be either, not both.
You can also borrow your friend's dog to be like
the ring bearer,
the ring security.
the ring security, the ring pup.
Yeah, the ring pup. So yeah, there's something borrowed, and then there's something blue, and
Louis Vuitton.
this is and this has been told to something blue is to ward off the evil eye. It's the belief that it wards off the evil eye, but it also stands for love, purity, and fidelity.
So I said the wrong designer. It's who has the no, those are red bottoms, wrong color. But I have seen a lot of blue on the bottoms of wedding shoes.
Tiffany's.
Tiffany, yeah. If you get your ring,
I feel like Tiffany is blue.
Tiffany is blue.
Yeah.
But you could paint the bottoms of your shoes. I have seen that a lot.
Well, and in olden times, the garter was typically blue.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Yeah. But in
I guess
more
that makes
modern,
sense with the fidelity. What was it?
Fidelity.
Fidelity.
Yes.
The garter.
Yeah, love, purity, and fidelity, not infidelity.
I was like, wait, wrong word.
And fidelity. Yeah. So, yeah, olden times the garter was blue, so that was your something blue. But in more modern weddings, like in today's weddings, it's more of like a pop of blue with accessories, shoes, bags, jewelry, flowers, decor.
Blue ribbon sewn somewhere.
Anything that you can think of.
Yeah. And I like the going back to the old pictures of your grandparents. Like you said, somebody passed. They put them on their bouquets a lot now.
Oh, that's cool.
And they put them on like a chain, and they have them pinned to the handle of the bouquet. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you could put a stripe of blue in there. You could do blue earrings. Your ring could be blue. You could have sapphires or in your earrings, and they could have blue in their suit, suit jacket pockets.
So now here's a question. The something old, new, borrowed blue, that's typically been more or less for the bride.
No, you got to have
but
your partner participate.
I guess like in the old, like, in traditionally
it was always.
It was the bride.
Yeah.
But I guess, obviously there's nothing traditional in today's weddings anymore anyway.
Very true.
Honestly, like, it's the older couples that, that are getting married, and they're like, oh yeah, we want the wedding march to be played.
Yeah.
What? No.
It's very weird.
Yeah, so that's like it's not traditional anymore.
It's not traditional, and honestly, it's overdone.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
don't pick something that's
here
just
comes the bride.
Oh, goodness. No, gosh. I just get like body chills thinking about it. Like, ugh. But I feel like it should be both do both things. Like it should be, and then if it's a unified thing, like the cake and knife server set is borrowed, then that's for the both of them because they're both using it. So I think they should both. I think both partners should participate in all the things.
Not necessarily in all of it, but in like to incorporate all four of those: old, new, borrowed, blue. If the groom or the partner can certainly participate in it.
I agree. I like that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Anything else?
And I think also what's kind of fun is when the couple exchanges gifts right before ceremony. And it would be cool if they said, okay, the something new will be a gift that we exchange for ceremony. So it could be like a new watch for him or something of that nature. Mm-hmm. And it could be like a pair of earrings or a bracelet for her, for the other partner, whatever that might be. Yeah. That would be kind of fun to say, okay, we're going to do the old, the borrowed, and the blue, but the new will be something that we exchange right before our ceremony. And it could still be very sentimental. It could be, something with your date engraved or something like that works too.
I like it.
Yeah, I like that too. All right, so.
Well, there you go. There's the origin of something old, new, borrowed, blue. Yeah.
I think people should do that more.
I don't.
It's subtle.
I don't.
Like, you don't have to share.
I don't ever look for it.
Yeah.
But
and
I'm curious
that
now.
Gets shared much either.
Yeah, I don't feel like it is shared, and
let us know if y'all are doing that, and we just don't know.
Yeah, I guess I should ask questions. All right, so moving along.
Actually, thinking back 20 years, been planning weddings. I used to ask in my meetings, "Do you have your something new, borrowed, blue, and old?" Like, I would ask that question.
Not anymore.
No. I have not asked that question in the planning phase.
So has that
Because people
has that
stopped kind of
tradition
doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you are looking to bring, like, if you're looking to add that tradition,
Yeah.
there you go. You have
think that would
some
be good.
ideas on how to incorporate old, new, borrowed blue into your wedding for your big day. So there you go.
I like it.
All right. So
All right.
moving along to what's trending.
What's trending?
What's trending? So in this part of what's trending, we're going to discuss the top wedding trends of 2022. And I know
right.
we are well into 2023.
First quarter is over.
First quarter is over. We are in Q2. So we're going to talk about, what was the top wedding trends of 2022. And I know we've talked in previous podcasts of things that we wanted to nix.
Yes.
That we saw in 2022.
And 21 and 20.
Well, yeah, just things that we wanted to nix at all in general,
Things that
moving
hung on
into
to.
2023 and beyond.
Yeah.
So these were actually the top wedding trends according to the Knot of 2022, and I'm going to tell you what they are,
Okay.
the percentage of them of being utilized by couples,
Okay.
and if you think we should continue with them or not.
All right. It's quiz.
All right. Not really, I mean, I don't know if it's really quiz time, but
Feels like it.
so actually, so obviously, I don't know, this isn't a trend. I feel like every couple does this. So we're going to do this a little backwards. So couples performing a first dance. What do you think the percentage of that is?
95.
Surprisingly, it's only 91%
Oh.
doing a first dance.
Maybe the others are just not comfortable being center of attention and on display and can't dance. I don't know.
Well, I've had couples, tell me that before. Like, hey, I don't
play the whole song.
play the whole song, which
give
is
me
fine.
45 seconds.
Yeah, just we want to get up, we want to sway, first verse and chorus, and we're done. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
I'll make sure it's not awkward.
Yeah.
But only 91%. Like, who's not doing it for? I guess now. All right, now thinking back, there are weddings that are very low key.
Mm-hmm. Or they're religious and they don't dance at all. There are those that don't dance. I had one at the Bishop. They don't dance.
Okay.
They played games for 4 hours. It's just what they did. There was no dancing allowed because it's, according to the religion, dancing is not allowed. It's the devil's work.
Let the devil work on me.
The devil is not.
The devil is working on me every time I'm
Every-
DJing because I am dancing.
Every time I'm in my car, the devil's like, "Go, girl." I'm like, yeah.
Goodness. But yeah, I was surprised that was at only 91%.
Yeah, I thought
of
it'd
couples
be higher.
performed a first dance. But I guess there are times where, you have a smaller wedding. It's more intimate. You don't have a DJ, and so you really don't have those formalities. It's just like you have the ceremony and then like a get together.
Yeah,
So
I guess.
that would, if they were interviewing those type of couples or surveying those couples, I guess that would make sense.
Does it say how many couples they?
No.
Like what that number was?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Do.
All right, so another wedding trend of 2022. This is kind of, all right. At least one member of the couple wore white.
80-something%.
90%.
90%.
So-
Well, that'd be her.
Right. Why?
So 90% are wearing white instead of ivory or any other color. I don't.
Well, I would imagine that white and ivory would be kind of in the same realm. So it would be, I feel like it would be any other color, like any other color than white or ivory.
That's weird. I don't know about that one.
90%. Only 90%.
I mean, if they're including ivory, then I agree. But if they're not including ivory,
But when we had our
that color, white is not in.
Ivory
is
is.
in. That's why I'm saying I don't understand. They have to be including ivory in that number because 9 times out of 10,
I don't know. There are some times that
perfect
couples will
dress.
have a black dress.
A black dress. I know that's coming.
October 13th. If my couple is listening on October 13th, which is a Friday,
She has
Friday-
already bought that dress. Tim.
Friday the 13th, you best have a black dress.
Oh, God.
Got it? If you're listening to this, October 13th, 2023, we're going to be in Lake Wales.
She already bought her dress months ago, Tim.
I hope she has a second dress that's black. Okay. Anyway.
Okay, there's an option. She might be able to pull that out.
All right.
All right. What's next?
Wedding trend. Again, I should have looked at this before. All right.
We're just those people.
Set up a wedding registry.
Oh. I'd say 65, 70%.
84%.
Really? I'd say it's less. People just want money. They don't, wedding registry. I don't know. Maybe, no, I don't agree with that. Because a lot of couples, right, like from what I understand and experience, they're combining households and things. So they kind of already have all their own stuff, or they've been living together. So what are you registering for? New sheets?
Well, but now they have like these wedding registries now that you can like
honeymoon fund
to help pay for like if maybe some couples will go on a cruise and then they're like, well, help us pay for this excursion.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
I still don't agree with that percentage. But now if you said babies, I'd be like 90%.
Well, duh. But I don't know. Top wedding trends of 2022. Set up a wedding registry.
It's weird.
It is weird.
What's next?
I mean, I guess
I would not have a wedding registry. I would say make a donation to my favorite nonprofit, or put money in the honeymoon fund, whatever. I would not have a registry.
But that would be like a registry though. If you think about it.
I guess. And I guess it depends on the parameters of what they're calling a registry. So, okay, we'll let that one fly.
All right. So the next one. I don't know what y'all are doing here, but order of the day. All right. So the timeline of the day goes ceremony, cocktail hour, reception.
Duh.
Only 83%.
What the heck are the other 17% doing?
Probably cocktail hour, ceremony.
Cocktail hour
again. Dancing. Dinner. Dancing.
Cake,
that's how. Well, I mean, cake.
Dancing, and then late night after party.
Yeah.
And then late night.
So
snack.
in the Northeast, I know, like in Jersey, Jersey does it different. Like
Jersey does everything different,
and it's like, it's high level.
Oh yeah, it's party from I feel like early in the
so
day.
they definitely have
early.
Well, so when I was at the Gaylord Palms in Orlando, they had like a cocktail hour before, as guests arrived, they had drinks and everything,
would do that.
which is really cool. I like that.
I like that.
Then they had the ceremony.
Yeah.
Then they had another cocktail hour. And then in this
the
case,
first one probably didn't have appetizers. It probably
it's just drinks.
Okay.
But yeah, in Jersey, they, from what I understand, ceremony, they go into a cocktail hour, but sometimes even during that cocktail hour, they'll have, they'll actually have a DJ, which I really would like to do. I would like to DJ mix
pregame,
like mix during a cocktail hour, kind of get an idea of what people are vibing to.
Oh.
And
then you can make
and then they do the introductions. So you do your introductions and then straight into a dance set. So they do like a 15-minute dance set. Okay, and again, that'll give you another idea of okay, what are people vibing to and so forth. And then, they make the announcement, okay, everybody go ahead and take their seats. We're going to get ready for dinner and so forth. I feel like...
But when was ceremony?
Oh, ceremony was first. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I was like,
ceremony.
Are we vibing and dancing for 30 minutes before ceremony?
In this case, it would be ceremony, cocktail hour with, maybe a dance vibe,
a
dance vibe during cocktail hour, then introductions, straight into a dance set, then dinner.
I like having that dance set because people, when it's cocktail hour, they hit it harder than when it's not cocktail hour. For some reason, they think the alcohol is going to disappear after cocktail hour. So communicate to your people that's not the case. But the bar gets hit hard. And, they've been maybe having a couple drinks while they're getting ready and things like that. But when they're ready to they're ready to hit that bar quick for cocktail hour. So I think having that little vibe, that dance vibe, just to kind of get all the jitters out and settle everybody down and get them super amped up for the introductions. Yes.
Yeah.
That's great.
All right.
It sets the tone for the rest of the night too. And if that's what you're going for, then do that.
Yeah.
Do the Jersey vibe. I like it.
All right. So the more I'm reading this, these aren't even trends of 2022. These are just things that we do at weddings. Come on, not. There were father-daughter and or mother-son dances.
70%.
This is at 80%.
Oh, gosh.
And that's fair. I would say about I agree with that number.
Yeah.
80%. We'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any thoughts?
No, I think that's right. There's cases where it doesn't happen, but usually those are family dynamic types of situations.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
But yeah. Or there might be multiples. Like it might be
all right,
daughter
so
with dad
a few
and
years
stepdad
ago,
and uncle.
Oh my gosh, that was one thing I noticed a few years ago.
And the brothers.
In Michigan. And I don't know, I just found this so weird because we don't do it here. But they did the first dance.
Uh-huh.
Father-daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Mother-son.
Mm-hmm.
Father-in-law bride.
Oh.
Mother-in-law groom. Then they did like the parents of the bride did a dance. The parents of the groom did. It was like literally, no joke, 20 formal dances. To the point where everybody left.
No.
There were 200 guests at this wedding. It was kind of like in a barn area.
Do you DJ'd this?
No. I was a guest.
Oh.
Yeah, but this was in Michigan.
Oh. This is weird.
Yeah. And then they did a bridal party dance. Then they did like uncles and aunts.
Oh my gosh.
It was so weird. And by the time it was done, we went from 200 guests to like 30.
Oh my gosh.
Because it literally took an hour
at that point.
Well, no, we had eaten. We had already eaten.
Oh, but come on. Let me go find a party. Like I'm ready to
and it was so strange. And it literally took an hour to get through all of those dances.
I think that's a very rare thing.
I've never seen it other than that one time.
Should have probably warded against that.
Mm-hmm.
Like vehemently, like said no. This is not what we're doing.
Yeah.
And throw some of those at rehearsal dinner. Like if y'all want to do some of that, do that at rehearsal dinner or something else.
That's a good lead-in.
Oh, is it?
Rehearsal dinners.
Yeah.
What do you think the percentage of that is?
Oh gosh, depends on if they're out of town, and a lot of people are coming from out of town.
All right, if it's a destination wedding.
If it's that you're going.
Just if it's a destination wedding, so it's basically a destination for everybody.
From out of town. I'd say 90%.
Okay, and then obviously if it's your hometown.
If it's your hometown, you're probably like 75, 80.
All right, so yeah, 78% have had a rehearsal dinner. Now, I attended again. This is another wedding that I attended. I was not the DJ.
You go to a lot of weddings.
I'm sorry?
You go to a lot of weddings.
No, this is over. Like, I've only been a guest at a handful of weddings.
Okay, same.
But ever since I started DJing, it's been, I've been a guest at a few, but there was a wedding that I went to in the Keys.
Okay.
And they had a rehearsal dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a DJ during the rehearsal dinner. I don't think there was dancing. No, he was just playing music. But yeah, they had like it was basically the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
The entire wedding was basically at the rehearsal dinner.
I mean, I can see that because it's destination.
And they did toasts and speeches at the rehearsal, and then different toasts and speeches during the wedding itself. So
I like that.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like, okay, we're all going somewhere else.
Yeah.
We're all going to eat dinner together. It's a rehearsal dinner.
Basically, you just paid for 2 weddings.
But
one without the ceremony.
Traditionally, the groom's family or the one partner pays for the rehearsal dinner.
Yeah.
And then traditionally,
the other partner,
bride's family pays for the wedding. So if there's no rehearsal dinner, the groom's family's getting off easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Unless they're pitching in on the other parts. But I like a rehearsal dinner. I had a rehearsal dinner. It was just the bridal party though, and their significant other. It wasn't all the. Was it some of the No, and I had a lot of out of town guests. I probably should have had the out of town people there.
Yeah, we had a rehearsal dinner too. But it was more actually. No, we didn't.
No, what'd you do after rehearsal? You said bye, see y'all.
No
later.
rehearsal dinner. Yeah, we had a rehearsal.
Yeah, But then everybody gets too tipsy if you do a rehearsal dinner sometimes.
Yeah. We after the rehearsal, then me and the groomsmen, we went our separate ways. The bride, Megan and her bridesmaids went their way, and didn't see them until the following day.
To the aisle.
Yeah.
I get that.
Let's see here. One person changed their name to their partner's last name. I feel like
95%?
76%.
Shut up.
All right. This is ridiculous.
This is
I should
weird.
have done
This is weird.
a better job at.
Well, no, I think this statistic is very more telling of today's times, I guess. But the other stuff seemed very super traditional, and this is like not traditional.
And they're saying that these are trends of 2020.
That's not a trend. No.
Changing your last name is very trendy.
It's not changing it. It's trendy.
I'm my own person.
I am not taking that name. Okay. I call BS on this not list. It's too traditional. Like you could not have pulled the same people that did father-daughter dances and everything else, but then they're not changing their last name. Come on.
Had a cake cutting ceremony.
70.
Yeah, it's 74%.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's going down because I've in general, I feel like cakes are, I mean, they're still having cakes, but they're not as prevalent as.
Yeah, it's not like stop the show, just do the cake cutting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, we're going to have a cake cutting just to have it, but we're going to have a dessert bar.
Dessert bar, cookies with ice cream. So
donut wall.
Everybody should bring Tim cookies and donuts.
Oh my gosh. The chocolate glazed, or not the chocolate covered one.
The chocolate glazed?
No, like it's glazed with a chocolate covering, like the chocolate icing. Or
Boston cream?
No. Don't put any fillers in my donut. I just want a regular donut with the chocolate icing on top.
That's chocolate glazed.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, that's fine. And what kind of cookie shall they bring you?
Chocolate chip, chewy.
Okay, fine.
Yum.
I'm coming next week with the chocolate, a whole bag.
Crumble cookie is good cookies.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway. All right, so.
All right, I love it.
We have 2 more.
Okay.
We're not done yet.
Oh, boy.
We're almost done.
Okay.
And going from something old, new, borrowed blue. What do you think the percentage of people incorporating that into?
35.
70.
Shut up.
But again, we don't ask.
Awful.
We don't. We don't ask.
I don't ask, but it doesn't happen. As the planner, I would know. Being as intimate as I am with them, I would hear that pop up like, oh, wait, I didn't grab my something old. Or, okay, this is our something old and it needs to go here. Or this is our something new. I don't hear that conversation happening.
Okay. Yeah.
They lie. I'm feeling very defeated in this poll.
How important, and this is kind of like off topic, but like how important, this just brought back something that happened a couple weeks ago. How important is it, like if a bride has a veil, but forgets it,
It's not important in the middle of the ceremony. Don't you dare walk down there and put that veil on that bride.
Okay, well, let me just tell you, I had a bride.
Oh, God.
She forgot about her veil.
Or her hairstylist didn't put it in.
Her maid of honor and her bridesmaids forgot about it.
Oh, gosh.
The photographer took photos of it, but forgot to tell her to put it back on.
Oh.
The planners forgot about it.
Oh, gosh.
And she walks down the ceremony, doesn't have the veil on. She was pissed.
Oh.
And when it came to the pictures, she finally realized, like, oh my God, on my veil, it ruined her entire mood. I don't understand why. So she ended up getting the veil.
She had this visual probably of the wind blowing. I mean, how long was the veil?
I have no idea. Well, I don't know.
Did it go down to the
Probably.
bottom of her dress?
No.
So it was a short.
I think it was a short veil, but she made sure that she got all of her photos taken with her veil, and then she wanted to be introduced with her veil on. And she wanted her first dance with her veil on.
Did she reenact ceremony so she looked like she had her veil on?
And then she
Photoshop me.
Then like they started taking their seats. I was like, oh no, we're going from our first dance. We're going to the father-daughter, and she had taken off her veil, and she's like, nope, got to put it back in. She put her veil back in for.
Wow, I've never seen somebody so attached.
I just
to their
didn't
veil.
understand what the deal was behind, like why.
Maybe she spent a lot of money on it.
On a piece of fabric.
It happens, just like flowers.
Don't even get me started.
I know. I'm not going there with you on flowers.
All right, so
Flowers are beautiful.
70%. Yes, I agree.
But they're a waste of money, a.k.a. Tim's quote, not mine.
Anyway. Well, when you spend more money on your flowers when it
Then
does nothing than your entertainment.
All
right, moving along.
Yeah.
Last one.
Yes.
Guests had specific table assignments. Percentage.
90?
68%. I guess like everybody's just a free-for-all now. Go and take your seat wherever you want.
And you know what
except
happens?
Except for there's like 2 or 3 tables. All right, so this happened at Mixon's.
That are reserved.
This happened at Mixon's not too long ago.
Oh, no.
There were 3 tables that were reserved for immediate family or for the people who knew they were supposed to be sitting there.
I hope they knew, because sometimes they don't.
Well, apparently they didn't. And
I knew it.
And guests didn't care either. They just sat there.
I've had that happen. I've had them move. I've had that happen. Be like, I'm sorry. And I would tell my couples to name those seats at those tables.
Ask
or
Jen
have
about
a
it.
list. I'll have to ask her. Or have a list of names like on a little placard that's at each table, so we know who's supposed to be sitting there. Because I will definitely be asking you to move your tuchus.
Everybody had already taken a seat.
Table.
Everybody had already taken a seat, and Jen's like, "What the hell?" And she's like, "Whatever." And the bride's mom was like, "I'll just sit in the back. It's fine."
Oh no,
Yeah.
I've had that too, and I was like, "No, you will not."
But luckily, the bride's mom was pretty cool. Like that was actually the one that was my first wedding. It was her daughter's wedding.
Oh. But no, nobody puts mama in the back at a wedding. That is crazy. Be a good guest, people. Be kind. We're gonna end with that. Be kind. Be a good
Rewind.
guest.
Be kind to people.
That's right. Didn't your parents teach you nothing? Didn't Blockbuster teach you nothing? Be kind, rewind. I know.
Be kind, rewind. That's where that's from.
Yes. Just remember that.
My Blockbuster days. Pizza, Blockbuster on a Friday and a Saturday.
And you'd rush to turn them back
Oh
in
my
so
gosh.
you didn't get charged for another day.
No,
And be like,
or
watch it again.
Or you would wait, like, you would get there because, like, it was a new release of a movie.
And somebody was bringing it
and
back.
well, they were all out. And it's like, son of a gun. And then you would ask the teller, like, "Hey, are there any movies coming back?" "Yeah, there's some that are due back." "Cool, we'll wait."
Yep, you would wait.
And then somebody walks in.
Somebody
walks in, they drop it in. They're like, I think that's one.
That's the one.
I think it is.
That's mine.
That I want that.
One. They returned it on time. Oh, we're totally telling our age, but we look good.
Speaking of,
yeah,
you got your hair done.
I did.
You are blonde.
I mean, I'm having
and
more
tan.
Fun. Oh yeah, I'm having more.
You got a tan,
I'm
like you.
Fun.
If anybody's watching this, I look so pale. If you come over here and look at.
We can't sit next to each other. Well, we have to.
You're not. Well, I'm not sitting next to you, but on the screen,
we're gonna be sitting next to each other.
On the screen, though, I look so ghostly white, and you look tan with your blonde new hair, looking good.
Fun.
Here I am.
We're gonna have to have a pool day. You know what I got asked this weekend?
Tell me.
Wow, you got so tan. Where did that come from? I said, "Ma'am, I'm black." She's like, "You just look so." She's like, I'm like, I get some of it natural, and the rest the sun helps me with, but it's normal. Even in the winter, I'm still dark. She was so sweet about it. She was like, "You have such a nice tan." Yeah, it happens all the time.
Oh boy,
it's fine. I get golden. I turn red on Sunday. Or Saturday. I was like red. I did my whole aloe thing, cold shower. By Sunday morning, I was like glistening. I love it. I don't burn. I just tan.
That makes one of us. I have to stay out of the sun.
We need to get you to the beach.
No.
Yeah.
I will wear long sleeves and a big ass hat.
Really?
Yeah, I am prone to skin cancer. Next subject.
African Americans are more prone to skin cancer than Caucasians.
Well, I have more freckles, so.
I don't even put on sunscreen. I really should. I put it on my face.
Well.
Till next time. We'll see how we get a little tan.
That's going to end our podcast for the day. We are so off topic. Anyway.
It's feeling good. We're all feeling good. I'm excited for next week. You got to tell us what's happening next week. We have a real live couple coming on next week.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah. We're not going to say what it is, but
we have a real couple.
We're going to have an actual couple
We're going to talk real-ish.
Real things.
When it comes to weddings.
Real wedding things.
We're excited about it.
It'll be a good time.
Yeah.
All right, this is The Scoop Weddings Unveiled. Tim Schaus, TLS Entertainment, your premier DJ, along with the beautiful Brandy Harlan.
Peace and chicken grease.